again the scene changed. We had a view of the seaport and the town, which seemed to undulate like waves on the ocean. Buildings began to collapse accompanied by screams of terror in the scenes of horror that appeared and disappeared among the flames. Deafening explosions occurred, originating, I learned, from deep below the surface of the earth. Entire suburbs plunged into the earth, then huge pieces of the continent followed suit. The ocean rushed in to fill the immense chasms being created, and suddenly, the entire plateau of Savansa sunk into the waters, like an enormous foundering liner, but much quicker. Powerful whirlpools were formed, and, within them, I could see people desperately clinging to wreckage, trying in vain to survive. It was horrifying for me to witness such a cataclysm, even knowing that it had occurred 14,500 years ago. We began a very rapid tour of the continent, finding everywhere the same disasters. Water rushed in gigantic waves over the remaining plains, submerging them. We approached a volcano that had just erupted, and nearby, we saw rocks begin to move with a regular motion, as though a gigantic hand was lifting them above the lava flow and creating a mountain before our very eyes. This seemed to take as little time in happening as the plateau of Savansa had taken to disappear. The scene vanished again, to be repeated by another. We are arriving in South America, Michel, where the cataclysm has not yet had effect. We'll have a look at the coast here and the port of Thiaoouba. In time, we've gone back to just prior to the first tremor, when the king of Mu was meeting with his advisors. We were on the quays of the large seaport of Thiaoouba. It was night and a full moon lit up the land, although quite soon it would set. In the east, a faint lightening of the sky heralded the approach of dawn. All was quiet. Watchmen patrolled the quays where numerous boats were moored. A few rowdy revelers were entering a building on which a small night light shone. Here, we could see some of the spherical globes of Mu, but just a few. We flew over the canal, where several ships could be seen heading in the direction of the inland sea, now Brazil. Our group came to rest on the bridge of a pretty sailing ship. A gentle breeze coming from the west pushed the vessel from behind. It carried little sail, as it negotiated a zone congested with numerous boats. There were 3 masts on deck, quite modern in style, and of about 70 meters in length. Judging by the shape of its hull, it would be capable of significant speed in open waters. A moment later, we found ourselves in a large seaman's cabin, furnished with a good dozen bunks, all occupied.